Have you ever walked into a room and felt like no one noticed you, while someone else made the room feel brighter just by being there? What if you could become that person, the one people like, trust right away and always remember? In a world where there's so much going on, being someone who attracts others isn't about being good-looking or saying smart things. It's about learning the small but strong habits that make people trust you, connect with you, and listen to you. In this audiobook summary of How to Become a People Magnet by Marc Reklau, you'll learn how to change the way you act, the way you think, and the way you relate to others without changing who you are. Get ready to learn the secrets of being liked, the reasons why people are influenced, and the simple things you can do every day that make people say, "There's just something special about you." Let's start your change. Chapter 1. The Base of Attraction. It all starts with you. Welcome to this journey of change, where becoming attractive to others isn't about tricks or pretending. It's about finding the strong person inside you who's been hidden by worries, fears, and routines. Marc Reklau starts his book, How to Become a People Magnet, with a simple idea. If you want great people in your life, you need to be a great person yourself. This doesn't mean being perfect. It means being real, sure of yourself, kind, and understanding how you and others feel. These are the things that naturally attract people. In this first part, we'll look at the inner changes that make a big difference. Stop trying to impress people. Start being yourself. One of the most common mistakes is trying too hard to impress others. But Marc points out something important. People aren't attracted to perfection. They're attracted to honesty, kindness, and being present in the moment. Think about someone you like being around. It's probably not because they're rich, beautiful, or well-known. It's because they made you feel noticed, listened to, and important. That's the feeling you want to give off. Start by accepting your story, your faults, your problems, and your path. Being genuine is attractive. When you stop pretending, others feel comfortable enough to do the same. The inner mirror is your relationship with yourself. Here's a big truth. How you treat yourself shows others how to treat you. If you always put yourself down, lower your value, or stay silent, people will naturally treat you the same way. Reklau asks us to build respect for ourselves first. This means talking to yourself kindly, setting good limits, working on improving yourself, and owning your good qualities without feeling sorry. People are drawn to those who are confident but not overly proud, just sure of themselves. When you know who you are and what you believe in, you don't need to chase anyone. The right people will come to you. Looks change and status can go up and down, but being emotionally attractive is what really makes people enjoy being around you. It's something people won't forget. Marc says that people who are emotionally attractive are good at listening. Don't overreact when things get tough. Give support without trying to control others, and are hopeful but also realistic. You're not born with these qualities. You learn them. For example, if someone says something critical to you, instead of getting angry, emotional intelligence helps you stop for a moment, take a breath, and answer with interest instead of defensiveness. A small change like that can make a big difference in how you interact with others, and people will notice that you're mature. They'll remember it. Smile, the easiest way to attract people. It might seem too easy, but a real smile is one of the best ways to draw people to you. As Reklau says, a true smile eases stress, builds trust fast, and makes you easier to talk to. It also wakes up special brain cells in others, making them feel happier too. It's not about faking a smile. It's about finding happiness in your life again. When you smile with real feeling, not to show off but to share warmth, you instantly change the feeling in the room. That's a big deal. Change how you feel, change how you affect others. Have you ever walked into a room and felt someone's mood even before they said anything? That's because people react more to how you feel than what you say. Reklau tells us to pay attention to what we're sending out. Are you always complaining? Do you walk around feeling stressed or lost in thought? Do you hold on to anger or jealousy? These unseen feelings push people away. On the other hand, if you show interest, a good attitude, and excitement, even a little bit, you'll be a welcome change in a world that really needs it. Your energy says a lot about you. Start with easy things. If this seems like too much, don't worry. Becoming someone people like to be around takes time. It's about making small changes little by little. Marc suggests, don't try to change everything at once. Instead, get going by making small changes regularly. Start each day by saying something positive about yourself. Really listen to one person today. Smile at someone you don't know. Give someone a real compliment. Stop yourself before you say something bad and take a moment. Each thing you do is a step towards becoming the person you want to be. Being attractive to people isn't about memorizing lines or acting like someone else. It's about being more yourself without being scared or saying sorry. The more you believe in yourself, the easier it will be to bring real, inspiring people into your life. In the next part, we'll look more at how to talk to people, how to listen so people trust you right away, talk in a way that brings people together, and deal with talks that make others feel really heard. This is just the start. Part 2. Talking well. Listen first, then talk. Welcome back. In Part 1, we learned that to get people to like you, you need to work on yourself, from respecting yourself to having good feelings. Now we go a bit further. If your inner self is your base, then talking is how you connect to others. Marc Reklau puts it simply. Most people listen to answer, but people who attract others listen to get it, and that difference changes everything. The wonder of being fully there. You've felt it before. You're talking to someone and they're almost listening, but you can tell by their eyes they're not really there. They're not paying attention. Maybe they're just waiting to talk about themselves. And it doesn't feel good. Now think about the opposite. Think about someone looking at you with interest, not in a critical way. They nod, listen closely, give you room to talk, and don't jump in to speak. That kind of attention feels special. It doesn't happen often. And that's what makes it so appealing. So here's the main thing. Put your phone down, look people in the eye. Be present in the moment. People may not always remember what you say, but they will always remember how you made them feel. Be the person who makes them feel listened to. The 80-20 rule for listening. Reklau talks about the 80-20 rule for good talks. Listen 80 of the time. Only talk 20. That might seem hard, but when you do this, something great happens. The other person starts to share more. They feel comfortable, they feel valued, and that quickly builds trust. When you do talk, make it meaningful. Ask good questions. Think about what they said. Show that you care, not just that you're waiting to speak. Here are some questions that help create strong connections. How did that make you feel? What surprised you the most? What do you really think about it? When you really listen, you become special, and people remember you. Talk with a reason, not just to give facts. Now, let's talk about how you speak. Reklau says that words can either bring people together or push them apart. People who attract others talk with kindness, a goal, and in a way that's easy to understand. Here's how. Use names. Saying a person's name when talking to them makes it feel more personal. Slow down. Don't be too fast. Talking calmly shows you're sure of yourself and helps others understand you. Use happy words. Don't complain, spread rumors, or say bad things about others. It might seem okay, but it makes you feel tired and pushes people away. Be honest, but nice. Tell the truth, but be kind. Good speakers don't just share ideas, they make a connection. How you hold yourself says more than what you say. You might not know it, but your body is talking. All the time. In fact, most of what we say isn't with words. How you say things, your hand movements, how your face looks, and how you stand, all send messages before you even speak. Here's how to show the right things. Open up your body. Uncross your arms. Look straight at people. Keep your hands where they can be seen. Move a little closer. This shows you care. Smile softly, not too much, just friendly. Do it often. It shows you're paying attention and involved. And remember, how you hold your body changes how you feel too. Standing up straight with your shoulders relaxed makes you feel more sure of yourself, which people see and react to. Learn to wait a moment before speaking. This might be the most missed skill in talking to people. Quiet is not a bad thing, it's strong. When you wait a second before answering, you show that you're thinking, not just saying the first thing that comes to mind. You give the other person time to think, and you show you're grown up. Reklau says to try this in your everyday talks. Don't hurry to say something. Instead, let the quiet help you. In that quiet moment, people start to trust you. Deal with tricky times calmly. Let's be real. Talks don't always go perfectly. Sometimes things get weird in talks. People might not know what to say, misunderstand each other, or say the wrong thing. People who are good at making friends don't worry when this happens. They deal with it calmly. Here's how they do it. Take a breath and smile. Don't let stress get to you. Change the subject by asking questions. That's interesting. What else can you tell me about it? Show you understand without judging. I see what you mean. I'll think about that. When you're calm, other people feel safe around you. And feeling safe is something people like these days. Talking to people isn't about being the loudest one there. It's about being clear, nice, and really listening. When you listen with your heart and talk with a reason, people will always remember you. Not because you showed off, but because you made them feel special, and that's not common. That makes you someone people want to be around. In the next part, we'll learn how to be really sure of yourself without being stuck up, without acting like someone you're not, and without needing anyone to tell you it's okay. Stay with us. The change keeps going. Chapter 3. The Confidence Code. How to get people to like you without trying too hard. Confidence. It's something you can't see, but you can feel it right away. It's not being too proud. It's not being too loud. Real confidence is being strong in a calm way. It's like a quiet feeling that says, I know myself, and I don't need to show off. Marc Reklau tells us that to get people to like you, you don't start by trying to impress them. You start by believing in yourself. We live in a world where we're told to try to get people to approve of us, to like our posts, to write comments, to praise us. But here's the truth. You don't get people to like you by chasing after them. You get people to like you by being yourself, and that starts with knowing yourself. Take a moment to ask yourself, what do I like about myself? What do I believe in? What good things do I bring to the world? Most people never think about these things. They only think about what they don't have. But people who attract others know their value, and they own it without being loud. They're not trying to be perfect. They're trying to be real. And being honest pulls people in. Now let's talk about something very important. That voice inside you that puts you down. We all have it. It's that voice that tells you you're not good enough, you'll fail, you're too much, or you're not enough. People who attract others don't shut that voice up. They question it. They know what it really is, fear pretending to keep you safe. So when that voice appears, stop and say, thanks for caring, but I'm choosing to be brave today. Being brave isn't something you wait for, it's something you decide. It's a choice you make, even when you're nervous, unsure, or afraid. Reklau says something important. Being brave comes from doing things. You don't get it by reading about it. You get it by doing things that scare you, little by little. Want to feel more sure of yourself when speaking to a group? Practice, even if you're shaky. Want to feel better around people? Start small. Look them in the eye, say hi, ask a question. Each time you do something, even though you're scared, you show your brain, I can do this. This lesson gets stronger over time. Another great way to feel more sure of yourself is to keep the promises you make to yourself. If you say, I'll go to the gym, and you really go, you start to believe in yourself more. If you say, I'll finish this project, and you do it, you build trust with yourself. And trusting yourself is the key to feeling confident for a long time. How you carry yourself also affects your confidence. You don't need expensive clothes or to look perfect, but how you stand, how you breathe, and the energy you give off say a lot. Stand up straight, pull your shoulders back, breathe deeply, and move like you mean it. These small changes tell the world and yourself that you deserve to be here. And when you start to show that you're calm and sure of yourself, people notice it. They're attracted to it because most people don't believe in themselves. Your calm presence stands out. But here's the most important thing. Be confident, but also be humble. It's not about thinking you're better than others. It's about knowing you don't have to compete. You go into a room and think, I'm glad to be here. I don't need to prove anything. I'm just here to connect with people. That feeling? It's very valuable. Confidence isn't about not being scared. It's about feeling scared but still moving ahead. It's about showing your true self with all your faults. Because the truth is, the most liked people are not the most perfect. They're the most real. So remember this, you don't need to look for attention. You don't need to pretend, you just need to be yourself, honest and true. That's where the good things happen. In the next part, we'll talk about how to make strong, lasting friendships by giving more than you take. This is because attractive people don't think about what they can get. They think about what they can give. Get ready, the journey goes on. Chapter 4, Give More Than You Take, the Secret to Real Connection. Let's talk about what makes normal talks different from great ones. Being kind. We usually think of being kind as giving presents, money, or help. But to really attract people, the best things you can give are often not seen. Your time, your focus, your support, your being there. Marc Reklau says one thing clearly. People like those who make them feel good, not bad. Those who lift them up, not try to beat them. Those who give without expecting anything back. Here's something that might change how you see friendships. People don't remember what you said. They remember how you made them feel. So ask yourself, how do I make people feel when I leave? Do they feel warm or stressed, or calm or worried? Are they happy after being with you, or tired? This part is about becoming someone who makes others feel good, not someone who makes them feel tired. Let's see what that really means. It starts with being present. When you talk to someone, be there with them. Don't let your mind wander. Don't do other things at the same time. Whether it's a quick hello or a long talk, make it meaningful. Look at them. Smile. Make them feel like they're the most important person right then. This kind of attention is special and something people will remember. Next, be someone who gives encouragement. You don't know what others are going through. A kind word from you could be the only good thing they hear all day. Praise their hard work. Notice their progress. Celebrate their successes, even the small ones, and be detailed. Saying you did great is good. But saying I really like how you stayed calm in that situation is better. It means more. It shows you paid attention. People want that real kind of recognition, but giving goes even further. It's also about sharing what you know. If you learn something that might help someone else, tell them. If you read a book that made you feel good, suggest it to others. If you know someone who could help them at work, introduce them. People who attract others don't keep things to themselves. They connect people, they help others as they get ahead. What about being kind with your feelings? This might be the most important thing. It means being ready to listen when someone needs to talk without judging or trying to solve their problems, but just being there for them. It also means forgiving others, letting go of anger, and choosing to be kind instead of holding a grudge. People can tell when you're holding on to bad feelings, and it pushes them away. But when you try to see the good in others, even when they make mistakes, you make them feel safe. And feeling safe is what makes friendships last. Now let's talk about taking care of your own energy, which we often forget. Being generous is great, but not if it makes you tired. You don't have to agree to everything everyone asks. You don't have to solve everyone's problems. Sometimes the best thing you can do is know what you can and can't handle. People who attract others give because they have plenty to share, not because they're running on empty. So, look after your own feelings and mind, rest, get your energy back, and protect your peace. That way, what you give is strong and can last. Here's a deep thought. The world helps those who give. When you try to make things better in talks, for people and in situations, chances will start to come your way. Not because you're trying too hard, but because people like being around you. And no, giving doesn't mean letting people walk all over you. Actually, people who give with confidence have strong limits. They give because they care, not because they need something back. The more you give without wanting anything in return, the more people will trust you. Because deep down, we all want to feel safe with someone. We want to feel liked, valued, and understood. When you're that kind of person, people will really like you. So as you go on, ask yourself every day, how can I help today? Who can I help? How can I make things better for others? It doesn't take much. A nice compliment, a quick hello, a kind act. When you are generous and truly give from the heart, you become special in a world that is all about taking. That's how you stop trying to get attention and start making real connections. In the next part, we'll talk about how to deal with people who are hard to handle and stay calm when others upset you. Being attractive to people doesn't mean avoiding problems. It means dealing with them in a calm and strong way. You are becoming stronger than you think. Keep going with me. Chapter 5. Dealing with difficult people. Staying calm when things get rough. Not everyone you meet will be nice. Some will test how patient you are. Others may take your energy or disagree with what you believe. But being someone that people like isn't about making everyone happy. It's about learning how to keep your peace while being yourself. Marc Reklau says that people who understand their feelings know this. Other people's actions are their business. Your reaction is yours. You can't make others do what you want, but you can pick how you act. That's your strength. Likable people protect that strength. How do you deal with hard-to-handle people without letting them upset you? First, know the difference between reacting and responding. A reaction is quick and often based on feelings. A response is thoughtful, planned, and based on understanding. When someone says something mean or unfair, stop. Take a breath. Don't get angry or feel small. Ask yourself, is this worth my time? What's really happening? People often put their own worries, fears, or problems onto others. When someone is mean, it's usually not about you. It's about their own problems. This doesn't mean you have to accept bad behavior, but it means you don't take it to heart. You stay calm. That makes you likable. It's impressive when someone stays calm when everyone else is upset. It shows they have control over themselves. It makes people feel safe and strong. Reklau suggests using limits, not like walls or fighting, but like clear, healthy lines that keep your feelings safe. If someone is always gossiping, making you tired, or treating you badly, you can stay away from them. You don't have to fight or explain, just focus on people who make you feel good. Another thing that attractive people do is try to understand others. They ask, what hurts this person? What do they need that they're not getting? Understanding isn't being weak. It's being smart about feelings. When you look past what someone does and see how they feel, you can answer clearly without getting upset. For example, instead of saying, you're always negative, you could say, I've seen you seem worried lately. Are you okay? Have you ever noticed that some people seem to draw others to them effortlessly? It's not about physical appearance or material possessions. It's about energy. These people have a magnetic quality that makes others want to be around them. What's their secret? Here are some key traits of magnetic people. Magnetic people are authentic. They don't try to be someone they're not. They're comfortable in their own skin and they radiate self-acceptance. This authenticity is incredibly attractive because it allows others to feel safe and comfortable being themselves around them. To cultivate authenticity, get clear on your values, your passions, and your boundaries. Live in alignment with these things. When you're genuine, you give others permission to be genuine too. Have you ever seen how some people just seem to pull others in without even trying? It's not about how they look or what they own, it's about how they feel inside. These people have a special energy that makes others want to be near them. What do? Here are some things that magnetic people do. Magnetic people are real. They don't try to be someone else. They like themselves and show it. This is very attractive because it makes others feel safe and comfortable to be themselves too. To be more real, know what's important to you, what you love, and what your limits are. Live by these things. When you're real, you let others be real too. Magnetic people listen intently. In a world of constant noise and distraction, the ability to truly listen is a rare and precious gift. Magnetic people give others their full attention. They make eye contact, they ask clarifying questions, and they resist the urge to interrupt or formulate their response while the other person is speaking. Listening isn't just about hearing words, it's about understanding the emotion and meaning behind those words. When you listen deeply, you make the other person feel seen, heard, and valued. This creates a powerful connection. Magnetic people really listen. In a world where there's always noise and things to distract us, being able to really listen is special. Magnetic people give others their full attention. They look at them, ask questions to understand better, and don't interrupt or think about what they're going to say while the other person is talking. Listening isn't just about hearing words, it's about understanding how the person feels and what they mean. When you really listen, you make the other person feel important and understood. This makes a strong connection. Magnetic people practice gratitude. They appreciate the good things in their lives, both big and small. They express their gratitude to others, acknowledging their contributions and kindness. Gratitude shifts your focus from what you lack to what you have. It opens your heart and makes you more receptive to joy and connection. Keep a gratitude journal, write thank you notes, or simply take a moment each day to appreciate the blessings in your life. Gratitude is contagious. When you're grateful, you attract more good things into your life and you inspire others to do the same. Magnetic people are thankful. They appreciate the good things in their lives, big and small. They tell others they're thankful, recognizing what they've done and how kind they've been. Being thankful helps you focus on what you have instead of what you don't have. It makes you happier and more open to connecting with others. Keep a list of things you're thankful for, write thank you notes, or just take a moment each day to think about the good things in your life. Thankfulness spreads. When you're thankful, you bring more good things into your life and encourage others to be thankful too. Magnetic people are curious. They're genuinely interested in learning about others, their experiences, their perspectives. They ask open-ended questions and they listen without judgment. Curiosity creates a sense of adventure and excitement. It expands your horizons and helps you to see the world in new ways. Ask people about their passions, their challenges, their dreams. Be genuinely interested in their answers. You'll be surprised at what you learn and the connections you make. Magnetic people are curious. They really want to learn about others, what they've been through and how they see things. They ask questions that can't be answered with just yes or no, and they listen without judging. Being curious makes life more exciting and adventurous. It helps you grow and see the world differently. Ask people about what they love, what's hard for them, and what they hope for. Really listen to their answers. You'll be amazed at what you find out and the connections you make. Magnetic people are generous. They share their time, their resources, and their knowledge with others. They give without expecting anything in return. Generosity creates a sense of abundance and connection. It makes you feel good to help others, and it inspires them to pay it forward. Volunteer your time, donate to a cause you care about, or simply offer a helping hand to someone in need. Generosity is a gift that keeps on giving, both to the giver and the receiver. Magnetic people are giving. They share their time, things, and knowledge with others. They give without wanting anything back. Giving makes you feel rich and connected. It feels good to help others, and it encourages them to do the same. Offer your time to help, give to a cause you believe in, or just help someone who needs it. Giving is a gift that keeps giving to both the person who gives and the person who receives. Magnetic people are resilient. They bounce back from setbacks and challenges. They don't let adversity define them. They learn from their mistakes, and they keep moving forward. Resilience is a sign of inner strength, and it inspires others to persevere as well. Embrace challenges as opportunities for growth. Develop coping mechanisms for stress and adversity. Surround yourself with supportive people who believe in you. Resilience is a muscle that gets stronger with use. Magnetic people are tough. They get back up after they fall. They don't let problems control them. They learn from their mistakes and keep going. Being tough shows inner strength and encourages others to keep trying too. See problems as chances to grow. Find ways to deal with stress and hard times. Be with people who support you and believe in you. Being tough is like a muscle that gets stronger the more you use it. Magnetic people have a sense of humor. They can laugh at themselves and they can find humor in everyday situations. They don't take themselves too seriously. A good sense of humor lightens the mood and makes others feel more comfortable. It's a sign of intelligence and emotional maturity. Share a funny story, crack a joke, or simply smile and laugh with others. Laughter is contagious and it creates a bond between people. Magnetic people are funny. They can laugh at themselves and find funny things in everyday life. They don't take themselves too seriously. Being funny makes people feel good and more relaxed. It shows that you're smart and emotionally mature. Tell a funny story, make a joke, or just smile and laugh with others. Laughing spreads and it connects people. In conclusion, magnetic people aren't born, they're made. They cultivate qualities like authenticity, empathy, gratitude, curiosity, generosity, resilience, and humor. These qualities aren't just attractive, They're also essential for living a happy, fulfilling life. By developing these traits, you can become more magnetic and attract the people and opportunities you desire. In short, magnetic people aren't born that way. They become that way. They grow qualities like being real, understanding, thankful, curious, giving, tough, and funny. These qualities are not only attractive, but also important for living a good life. By growing these qualities, you can become more magnetic and attract the people and chances you want. Success leaves clues. Model what works. Success leaves hints. Copy what works. The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. Summarized. Stephen Covey's The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People is a classic self-help book that has sold millions of copies worldwide. It presents a principle-centered approach to personal and interpersonal effectiveness. The 7 habits are a set of principles that, when practiced consistently, can lead to greater success in all areas of life. Here's a summary of the key concepts. The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. In short, Stephen Covey's book, The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People, is a famous self-help book that many people have bought. It talks about how to be effective in life by following certain principles. The 7 habits are a set of rules that, if you follow them regularly, can help you be more successful in everything you do. Here's a short explanation of the main ideas. This change eases stress and makes you closer, even when things are hard. But sometimes the best thing to do is leave. Taking care of your own peace is not selfish, it's smart. If someone always makes your life messy, tricky, or bad, it's okay to step back, even if they don't get it. You don't need to ask to put yourself first. People who attract others understand this. Not everyone will like you, and that's fine. Trying to please everyone is tiring and not needed. Instead, try to be the best version of yourself. The right people will like you for who you are. The others don't matter. And one more thing, forgiving. Holding on to anger, hard feelings, or old hurts keeps you stuck. It changes how you act. It makes you less bright. Letting go doesn't mean you agree with what they did. It means you want to be free from it. You forgive for your own good, not for theirs. Each time you let go of anger and choose kindness, you become more attractive, more stable, and stronger. In the end, the strongest people are not the loudest, the smartest, or the toughest. They are the ones who know how to stay kind, even when the world is not. In the next part, we will look at the simple skill of body language and how what you do without talking says more than what you say. Magnetic people don't just say the right things, they give off the right feeling. Let's move on. Chapter 6. Learning Body Language. Talking without words. You might say everything right. You might be polite, kind, and caring, but if your body shows something else, people will notice that first. Marc Reklau tells us something important. More than 90% of talking is not done with words. This means what your body shows often matters more than what you say. People see small signs, like how you stand, how you look at them, how you sound, what your face shows, and even how you feel. These quiet signals show how people feel around you and if they like you or not. To get people to like you, you need to understand what your body is already saying. Let's start with the most basic thing, how you stand. When you walk into a room, how you stand tells people what you think of yourself. Stand up straight, with your shoulders back and your head up. Not in a show-off way, but in a sure way. You don't have to be noisy to get noticed. You just need to look like you fit in. Being sure of yourself is appealing, and standing confidently shows that you respect yourself even before you talk. Next is looking people in the eye. Not looking at someone shows that you are not sure of yourself or that you are lying. Looking too hard can make people feel scared, but looking at people in a normal, easy way, especially when they are talking, tells them, I see you. I'm listening. You are important. Just a short look in the eye can quickly build trust. Then there's your face. Do you know what your face looks like when you talk or listen? A friendly, calm face with a gentle smile makes you seem more welcoming. It tells people you are open, interested, and friendly. People like to be around those who make them feel comfortable. So, instead of looking blank or stressed, try to relax your face, especially when you're listening. Do it often. Raise your eyebrows a little to show you're interested. Let your face react naturally. Now, let's talk about how you move your body. Open movements, like showing your palms, moving your hands apart when you talk, or using your hands to make points, show that you're honest and involved. Crossing your arms, however, often shows that you're protecting yourself or feeling uneasy. This doesn't mean you can never cross your arms. It just means you should know what message it sends, especially when you first meet someone. Also, how you say things is more important than you might think. You could say, "I'm happy for you," but if you sound bored or stressed, your message won't be good. But when you say it with kindness, excitement, and real energy, it works. It makes people happy. That's what they remember. How you say something will always change how people hear it. There's also your energy, the feeling you bring into the room. You've felt it before. Someone walks in, and without saying a word, they change the mood. Maybe they're giving off calm or fun or stress. People feel your presence. You can't fake your feeling. If you're worried, angry, or trying too hard, others will know. But when you're calm, steady, and true to yourself, your energy is attractive. So, how do you make that happen? It starts with knowing yourself. Notice how you hold your body when you talk to people. See how you sit, how you move, how you breathe. Start to act like someone who is confident, friendly, and cares about others. Practice it every day, not to show off, but to show the best of who you are. People who attract others don't try to control everything. They just feel good about themselves, in the moment, and others feel good around them. How you act without speaking is like a silent message from you. It speaks before you start talking and stays after you leave. In the next part, we'll talk about how important it is to listen, not just hear, but listen to understand. People are really drawn to those who listen well, not just those who talk a lot. Chapter 7. The power of listening to attract others, make people feel heard. There's a simple idea that can change your relationships, your job, and even how you talk to people every day. People don't remember what you say. They remember how you made them feel. And one of the best ways to make someone feel important is to really listen. Marc Reklau says that people who attract others aren't the best at talking. They're the best at listening. They know this secret. When you really pay attention to someone, you give them something special, the feeling of being noticed. In a busy world with lots to distract us, most people are just waiting to talk. But when someone stops, gets closer, and listens, not to answer, but to get it, that's something you don't forget. So, how do you become a great listener? It starts with being there. When someone talks, be present. Don't look at your phone. Don't think about what you're going to say next. Don't judge or hurry them, just listen. Really listen. Being present is powerful. It tells people, you are important. This moment is important. Then go further. Listen for what's not said directly. What does their voice tell you? What feelings are behind their words? What are they not saying? This is called active listening. It's not just hearing words, it's being involved. It's alive, nod your head. Show your listening with small movements. Say things like, "I understand. That must have been hard," or "Tell me more about it." These signs show you're not just hearing, it shows you care. Another important skill is echoing. Not copying, but repeating the speaker's words in a way that makes them feel heard. For example, if they say, "I just had a really bad day," you could say, "It sounds like your day was really hard." This small echo shows you understand how they feel. It says, "I get it. I'm here with you." But don't try to solve their problems unless they ask you to. Most people just want to feel connected, not get advice. Here's a mistake to avoid: changing the subject back to yourself too quickly. Imagine someone tells you about a problem they're having and you quickly say, "Oh yeah, something like that happened to me. Let me tell you about it." It might seem like you're showing you understand, but it often takes attention away from them. Instead of focusing on what they're going through, you've made it about yourself. People who attract others know when to listen. They let others be the focus at that moment. They stay interested. Ask questions like, "What was that like for you?" Or, "How did that make you feel? What happened after that?" These aren't like questionings. They're like welcomes. And when someone feels welcome to share what's inside, trust grows stronger. There's also strength in being quiet. Don't try to fill every break. Sometimes a quiet moment lets people think more deeply. It tells them, "I'm not rushing, I'm here." And if you really want to be a great listener, listen with everything you have. With your eyes, look at them kindly and closely. With your body, face them openly and lean in a little. With your energy, be calm, don't judge, and be present. When people feel this kind of listening, they open up, they feel safe, and they remember you, not because you wowed them with your words, but because you made them feel understood. That's what makes you special. In the next part, we'll see how small, real compliments can make people happy, and how thanks can turn normal talks into strong connections. Chapter 8. The Strength of Real Compliments. Make the room brighter. One of the easiest and best ways to get people to like you is by making them feel good about themselves. And one of the best ways to do that is by giving real compliments. But it's important to know that compliments only work if they are honest. People can easily tell when a compliment is fake, and nothing will make them dislike you more than empty words. Marc Reklau says that people who attract others don't just compliment them on how they look or what they've done. They notice the small things, like the effort someone made, the kindness they showed, or the quiet strength they have. These compliments feel real because they are specific, honest, and thoughtful. So, how can you give real compliments that truly make someone's day better? First, pay attention to the person. People like those who see them for who they are, not just what's on the surface, but the special qualities that make them different. Instead of saying, "You look great today," you could say, "I really admire how much energy you bring into every room you walk into." This isn't just about how they look. It's about how they affect others, their vibe, how they come across. Compliments that are more than just about looks make people feel truly noticed. Next, be specific. General compliments like, "You're awesome," are nice, but they don't mean as much as something more specific. Instead of saying, "You're so smart, try," "I was really impressed by how you handled that challenge. You thought about every part and came up with such a clear answer." This shows you're paying attention and valuing their special skills. Magnetic people don't just compliment what people achieve, they value how they do it. They see the effort, the hard work, and the passion behind the results. Also, don't be afraid to compliment their good qualities. People don't always hear enough praise for being kind, giving, or strong. Telling someone you like how patient, honest, or caring they are makes them feel good about themselves, not just what they do. It also makes you closer to them because it shows you see their good qualities. Reklau says that when you say something is important, don't wait for something big to happen to say something nice. Sometimes the best compliments are given when things are normal. Say something nice when someone is just being themselves. Say something nice when they help others or do more than they need to without wanting people to notice. The important thing is to be real. People can tell when you mean what you say. If the compliment feels natural and shows something you really like, it will mean a lot to them. They'll remember that you not only saw them but understood them. But it's not just what you say. It's how you say it. Attractive people know that smiling, speaking kindly, and being excited can make a simple, nice comment feel like a real connection. Don't just say, "Good job." Say it like you mean it. Let the person feel you appreciate them in how you talk and look at them. Remember, nice comments don't have to be said out loud. A simple action, like helping someone, noticing their hard work with a nod, or even a thank you note, can mean more than words. Attractive people know how to make others feel good without wanting anything back. They really make the room brighter by making others feel better, not by doing big things, but by being real in their actions. Here's another secret. When you always give real, thoughtful, nice comments, it spreads. People want to be with someone who makes them feel appreciated. People will like you because of how you make them feel about themselves, not because of how you make them feel about you. Saying nice things can help you make better, more real friendships. They build connections, make talks better, and stick in people's minds. In the next part, we'll talk about how telling stories can grab people's attention and make you even more likable. After all, everyone loves a good story. Let's keep going. Chapter 9. The Art of Storytelling. Grab attention and connect. Everyone loves a good story. Whether it's just chatting, giving a work talk, or hanging out, telling stories can grab attention, get people interested, and really connect you with others. Marc Reklau says that telling stories is a superpower, and if you do it well, it can make people like you a lot. People remember stories much longer than facts or tips. Why? Because stories touch our feelings, our imaginations, and the things we all share as humans. So, how do you get really good at telling stories and get people to like you more? First, tell stories that mean something. A story should never just be there to take up space. It should have a reason, a point, a lesson, or a message that your audience can relate to. Whether you're talking about something that happened to you or telling a story you heard, make sure it has a clear message that sticks with people. The most important thing about telling stories is not just to make people laugh. It's to make them feel like they're connected to you. What are you trying to say? What do you want your audience to feel when they hear your story? How do you want them to react? Start with stories people can understand. The best stories are the ones that make people think, "That's happened to me." Share times when you felt unsure or failed. Talk about how you got through tough times or what you learned. These moments show you are a real person. People like others who are real. Reklau says that being open builds trust. When you tell a personal story, especially one where you learned something important or got over a problem, others feel like they can be open with you. They see you as someone they can relate to, someone they can talk to, and someone who shows they are growing and learning, not just trying to look perfect. Next, make your story easy to see in the mind. Good stories help people imagine things. Use words that help your listeners see what's happening, feel the feelings, and even get a sense of where it is. For example, don't just say, "I was nervous before I spoke." Instead, try something like, "I was standing behind the stage, my hands were wet, and my heart was beating fast. The light shone on my face, and I only heard my heart beating fast." This makes your story feel real to those listening. They can feel what you felt. And when people can feel your story, they understand it better. Add feelings. A story is not just about what happened. It's about how it made you feel. Stories without feelings are boring. Show your feelings, like happiness, fear, surprise, or sadness, and let those feelings show when you talk. When you talk with real feeling, people will listen to you. And remember to structure your story well. A good story has a start, middle, and end. It has problems and solutions. It makes people curious and then gives them the answer. Every good story has a path, and that path keeps people interested. Think about a good movie or book. They don't just give you information. They pull you in with stress, turns, and times of thought, leading you to a smart or good ending. Use that plan in your own stories. Remember, you don't have to be a speaker or a drama expert. Just sharing an interesting, real story in a way that's fun and emotional will pull people to you. Now, a main thing Reklau says is that stories make shared times. When you tell a story, you're asking others to see the world as you do. And when you share a story, you often make a shared time, a feeling that you and your listeners are all in this together. The shared time makes deeper link and knowing, which is the base of any strong bond. And let's not forget about the power of jokes. While not every story needs to be funny, adding jokes can make your stories more easy to know and like. Laughing makes people relax and like you more. If you can make people really laugh, they will feel at ease and like you. So, to sum up, tell stories that mean something. Make them easy to picture and full of feeling. Give them a start, a middle, and an end. And use jokes to connect with people. When you get good at telling stories, you'll see that people want to be around you. They'll ask about what you've done, they'll remember you, and they'll feel like they know you well. Good storytelling makes an unseen link that pulls people in and makes you someone they won't forget. Next, we'll talk about why it's important to really care about other people. The most interesting people aren't always talking about themselves. They make others feel important by showing they care about their lives. Let's look at that next. Chapter 10. Truly care about others. The key to connecting, one of the easiest and best ways to be liked, is by truly caring about others. This might seem clear, but many people forget how important it is to really connect with someone. When you show real interest in someone's life, what they think or what they love, you naturally build trust and friendship. People like those who make them feel listened to, understood, and important. Marc Reklau says that this is the base of all good relationships. When you make others feel important, you make a connection that is more than just talking. So how do you truly care about others? It starts with really listening. Listening is more than just hearing words. It's about being there in the moment, focusing on what the other person says, how they act, and how they feel. This way of listening proves you're not just waiting to talk. You're really trying to get what they mean. Today, we're always busy, so it's easy to stop paying attention or get distracted by our phones, thoughts, or what we want to say. But Reklau says that people who really draw others in make it a habit to ignore distractions and focus on the person they're with. You can listen better by using your body to show you care. Look them in the eye, nod, or lean in a little to show you're paying attention. Also, ask good questions. Instead of just making small talk or asking boring questions, Reklau says to ask questions that make the other person want to share more about themselves. Don't just ask, "How are you?" Ask, "What's been the best part of your week?" Or "What's something you're really excited about right now?" These kinds of questions let people talk about what's important to them, helping you connect in a real way. When you ask questions like these, it shows you care about what they think and are interested in their life. This interest makes a connection that you can't fake with simple chats. Another important thing Reklau mentions is feeling for others. Being interested in people isn't just about asking questions. It's about showing you understand when they tell their stories. Whether they're talking about something great or something hard, be sure to show you understand how they feel. Feeling for others makes your bond stronger because it shows you're not just hearing what they say, but also feeling what they feel. Likeable people don't just listen, they show they understand. For example, if someone tells you about a problem, don't rush to give advice or fix it. Instead, show you understand how they feel by saying things like, "I can only guess how hard that must have been for you." Or, "It seems like you dealt with that situation really well." When you show you understand what they went through, you make them feel like you get them, which helps you connect with them. Remember people's names. People feel good when you remember their names. It might seem like a small thing, but Reklau points out that remembering someone's name shows you care enough to notice them. It's one of the simplest ways to make someone feel important and like they matter. Try to repeat the person's name while you're talking to them. This makes your connection stronger and shows that you're really listening. Saying something like, "It was great talking to you, name," makes a big difference. Show that you really appreciate them. People like to feel noticed and appreciated, and you can show this by being interested in them. Don't just ask them about their job. Ask them about what makes them happy, what keeps them going, and the times that change them. For example, you could ask, "What part of your job do you like the most?" Or, "What's one of the moments you're most proud of in your work life?" This lets them talk about not just their jobs, but also what they believe in and what makes them tick. Another good way to show you care is to offer your help. When you show that you care about what someone is struggling with, what they need, or what they want to achieve, offer to help them in a real way. It doesn't have to be a big thing. Sometimes giving advice, helping out, or just introducing them to someone who can help can really build a stronger connection. Reklau says that people who attract others aren't selfish. They think about others. They focus on what others need, what they're worried about, and what they want to do. And by doing that, they make people want to be with them. To really attract people, try to offer them something of value. When you care about people, you give them something good. This could be your time, your ideas, or just listening to them. People like those who make them feel special, and the best way to do that is to really care about them. Next, we'll see how being happy and positive can make people like you even more. The way you act often affects how others act towards you. Being a positive person is one of the best things you can do to attract people. Chapter 11. Being happy helps you attract people. Your energy is a strong tool for getting people to like you. People can sense the energy around them, and they like to be around people who are happy and positive. Marc Reklau says that positive energy is like a magnet. It makes you seem confident, hopeful, and friendly, which makes people want to be around you. How do you become someone who always seems happy and full of energy? First, remember that energy spreads. The energy you show to the world often comes back to you. If you stay positive and happy, others will likely act the same way. It's like a wave. Your good mood makes others feel better, which then makes you feel better, creating a circle of good feelings. To attract people, you need to really try to control your energy. Start by knowing what makes you tired and what gives you energy. Reklau says we should all stay away from bad vibes. This might mean avoiding bad places, spending less time with negative people, and staying away from things that drain your energy. Instead, be with people and do things that give you energy. Do things that make you happy, like spending time with family and friends, doing a hobby, or just being outside. The more you fill your life with good energy, the more it will naturally show to others. Reklau also says it's important to be thankful to keep positive energy. Being thankful is one of the easiest and best ways to make yourself feel better. When you think about the things you're thankful for, you stop focusing on problems and you can see life in a more positive way. When you're thankful often, you start to see the world in a better light, and this good feeling can spread to others. Think about the people you like being around the most. They're probably the ones who are happy about the good things in life, who look on the bright side, and who quickly say nice things to encourage you. They seem to make the room brighter just by being there. On the other hand, being negative can really put people off. People who always complain, think about problems, or focus on the bad things in life might find it hard to make friends. Bad energy tends to push people away, while good energy brings people closer. One way to get more good energy is to smile more. A smile is a common sign of warmth, being open and easy to talk to. When you smile, your body makes happy hormones, which not only make you feel better, but also make others feel comfortable around you. Smiling makes a quick connection and makes you seem more friendly and inviting. Also, Reklau suggests talking to yourself in a positive way. How you talk to yourself is very important for how you feel and how others see you. If you always tell yourself that you're not good enough or that things will never be okay, you're creating a bad way of thinking. But when you use positive statements and talk kindly to yourself, you start to think more positively and feel more sure of yourself. This good feeling inside will show on the outside and naturally attract people to you. Another part of having positive energy is being in the present. People who attract others are really focused on the people and things around them. They aren't looking at their phones, thinking about what they have to do, or worrying about the future. When you're present, you show others that they matter to you right now. This makes you easier to talk to and like, because people appreciate those who really listen to them. Reklau also says that being funny is important for sharing good energy. Laughing is a great way to create good feelings, and it can make a normal talk more fun and easy to remember. Being funny is a quick way to start a conversation and connect with others. When you make people laugh, you make a happy place that people want to be in. But being funny is not just about telling jokes. It's also about being easygoing in life. People who attract others don't think they are too important, and they can laugh when they make mistakes or are not perfect. This being humble and able to laugh at yourself makes others feel good around them. So how can you keep this good feeling going? First, Reklau says to take care of yourself. The better you are in your body, mind, and feelings, the more good energy you will have to share with others. Exercise, good sleep, healthy food, and paying attention to your thoughts are all important to keeping your energy up. Second, think about how to fix things instead of just the problems. When things get hard, people who attract others try to find ways to make things better instead of just thinking about the bad things. They look ahead and deal with problems in a hopeful and confident way. This way of thinking helps them get through tough times and also makes them someone others look up to and rely on. Lastly, Reklau wants you to celebrate others. When you make it a habit to celebrate other people's wins, you create a good flow of energy. Saying nice things, showing you admire them, and giving real praise makes people feel important, and they will want to be around you. By being someone who brings positive energy, you will naturally attract people who are also positive and encouraging. Positive energy makes a space where people feel good, supported, and energized. In the next part, we'll learn how to master the art of showing things without words, because a lot of attraction comes from how you show yourself without speaking. How you hold your body, your face, and how you stand say a lot. Let's look at how you can use these ideas to make people like you even more. Chapter 12. Getting good at body language. Talking without talking. When we talk to people, words are only part of what we share. A lot of what we say comes from how we act, not what we say. Marc Reklau points out that our body language has a big impact on how people see us and how much they like us. Think about it. Have you ever met someone who didn't talk much, but you still felt drawn to them? It's likely that their body language was strong enough to make you remember them. Body language includes everything from how your face looks to how you stand, move your hands, look at people, and even how your voice sounds. All of these things work together to show your feelings, what you mean, and your energy without you needing to say anything. If you want people to like you, it's important to get good at using your body language well. Here are some main points Reklau talks about to help you improve how magnetic you are. 1. How you stand. The base of feeling sure of yourself. How you stand says a lot about what you think of yourself and how you want others to see you. Standing up straight with your shoulders back and your head up shows that you are confident and in charge. But if you slouch or hunch over, you might look like you don't feel safe or interested. Reklau suggests using body language that shows you are open, which tells others that you are easy to talk to and willing to listen. Crossing your arms or legs can make a wall between you and others, while keeping your arms open and relaxed makes you seem friendly and willing to understand. Standing with your feet apart as wide as your shoulders and keeping straight shows that you are steady, confident, and in control. This small change in how you hold your body can really change how people see you. It can also make them want to talk to you more. 2. Eye contact. The way to connect. Looking someone in the eye is a very strong way to talk without words. Reklau says that when you look at someone while talking or listening, you seem sure of yourself, honest, and like someone people can trust. When you look someone in the eye, you show them that you are paying attention to them. But it's important to do it just right. If you don't look at them enough, you might seem like you don't care or can't be trusted. If you look at them too much, you might seem too strong or scary. The best way is to look at them in a way that feels normal and easy. Look for a few seconds, then look away, and then look back. Eye contact can also show that you feel for them and understand them. For example, when someone is sharing something emotional or personal, looking at them softly and keeping eye contact can show that you are there and feeling what they are feeling in the talk. 3. Facial expressions. Show your emotions. Your face is one of the most telling parts of your body. It's often said that your face shows what you feel inside. And it's true. Reklau says that people like those who show their true feelings through their facial expressions. A smile, for example, is known everywhere as a sign of being friendly and easy to talk to. But Reklau goes further by saying that a real smile, one that reaches your eyes and shows warmth, can make others feel relaxed and more comfortable around you. It's not just about smiling, though. Your facial expressions should show your emotions and the feeling of the talk. When someone tells you good news, look happy and excited. This makes them feel closer to you. Also, if someone is having a hard time, look like you care and understand. This can make them feel like you get what they're going through. 4. Use your hands to help your words. Moving your hands is another way to talk without words. Reklau says that moving your hands can make what you're saying stronger and easier to remember. For example, if you hold your hands open, it can show that you're honest and open. But if you point or move your hands in a sharp, repeating way, it can seem like you're angry or bossy. The best way is to move your hands smoothly and naturally. This will help you look sure of yourself and real. When you talk, try to move your hands in a way that matches how you feel about what you're saying. If you're excited, let your hands show that excitement. If you're telling a story that's meant to be thoughtful or serious, keep your movements simple and relaxed. 5. Tone of voice, the message you don't see. How you say something is just as important as what you say. Reklau says that a friendly, calm and welcoming voice makes people want to listen, while a rough or flat voice can push them away. Think about how loud you are, how fast you talk, and how your voice goes up and down. Talking too fast can make you seem worried or in a hurry, while talking too slow can make you seem unsure or bored. A good tone that is friendly and even shows that you are confident and trustworthy. Reklau suggests changing your pitch and tone to add feeling and meaning to your words. For example, making your voice a little higher when you're excited or passionate can make your message stronger. Also, using a lower, softer voice when talking about something serious or personal helps show that you care and understand. 6. Copying, getting along. Copying is about quietly acting like someone else in how they move, talk, and act. Reklau says this way can really help you get along and feel close to others without even thinking about it. When you copy someone, they feel like you get them and feel better around you. It shows you're on the same page and care about how they feel. The trick is to do it without being too obvious. If you copy everything they do or say exactly, it might seem fake or strange. But if you do it smoothly, Copying can make people feel like you're really connecting and understand each other better. By getting good at showing how you feel without words, you can become more likable and make better connections with people. In the next part, we'll talk about being real, because people like those who are true to themselves. Chapter 13. Being real. Be yourself. In a world where many people try to be someone else, one of the best things you can do is be real. Marc Reklau says that being real means being true to yourself. It means feeling good about who you are and letting people see the real you. Being real is attractive because it makes people trust and connect with you. People like those who aren't pretending or acting like someone they're not. In this part, Reklau talks about why it's important to be yourself and why being real is a key part of becoming someone people like. Being yourself is powerful. When you're real, you show true confidence. People can tell when someone is being real, and they like that. Being real makes others feel okay to be themselves too. When you stop acting like someone else, you don't have to worry about keeping up a fake image. You also let others be honest with you. One of the best things about being real is that you bring the right people to you. When you are true to yourself, the people who like you will like you for who you are, not for some fake version of you. This makes your relationships stronger and more real. Being real builds trust. Trust is what makes any relationship strong, whether it's with friends, family, or at work. When people see you as real, they trust you more. This is because being real is like having honesty. If you say something, you mean it. If you say you'll do something, do it. People like it when you're steady and true. Reklau says that acting fake, even if you mean well, usually doesn't work out. People can often tell when you're not being real, and this can make them not trust you. But when you're real, you build trust without even trying because you are strong, clear, and open. Be okay with showing your weak spots. Another part of being real is being willing to show your weak spots. Reklau says that many people try to hide their weak spots because they're scared of being judged or turned away. But showing your weak spots can actually help you connect with people. When you share your problems, mistakes, and flaws with others, you make them feel like they can do the same. This makes your connection stronger and makes you easier to relate to. People don't just like perfect people. They like real human experiences. Stop trying to get everyone to like you. A common thing that stops people from being real is wanting others to like them. Many people always want others to say they are good, trying to be like everyone else or do what others want. Reklau says that when you live trying to get approval, you often give up what you really want and believe in. To get people to like you, it's important to stop needing everyone to say you're okay. Instead of trying to make others happy or get them to like you, focus on being true to what you believe, want, and value. When you do this, you'll naturally get people to like you for who you are, not because you're trying to be like them. Show who you really are. Reklau tells you to stop hiding who you are. No one is perfect and no one expects you to be. People like those who are real, even with flaws. When you show who you really are, your good parts, your funny parts, what you love, and your bad parts, you become someone people can relate to and talk to more easily. When you act like your true self, people can see and like the real you. This honesty makes your friendships stronger and helps you make real friends who respect and understand each other. Saying no is important. Another key part of being yourself is learning to say no without feeling bad. Reklau says that when you're real, you don't have to say yes to everything. Saying no shows who you are and what you care about. It means you're protecting your own limits and beliefs. When you say no when you need to, you show that you won't give up what you believe in or what's good for you just to make others happy. People will respect you more for being honest and clear, and they'll like you more because they'll see you as someone who knows who they are. Stop trying to please everyone. Trying to please everyone is something many people do, often because they're scared of being turned down or having problems. But Reklau warns that trying to please everyone not only takes away your energy, but also stops you from being yourself. When you always think about what others need before what you need, you forget who you really are. To get people to like you, it's important to stop trying to get their okay and start being real. This doesn't mean you should ignore how others feel, but that you should think about what you believe in and what you need first. When you stop trying to please everyone, you make room for real friendships based on respect for each other. Being yourself at work. Being yourself is also important at work. Many people think they have to pretend to be someone else or act differently at work to get along or move up. But Reklau says that being yourself at work can really make you stand out. When you act like your real self at work, you make better connections with the people you work with, build trust, and help everyone work together. People are more likely to work with you, help you, and stand up for you when they see you as real and honest. Being yourself can also help you get through tough times at work because you are sure of what you believe in instead of trying to make everyone happy. It's okay to not be perfect. Also, Reklau tells us that being yourself doesn't mean you have to be perfect. The people who attract others the most are those who accept their flaws and share their story with others. No one knows everything, and admitting your problems and mistakes makes you more human and easy to relate to. When you're okay with your flaws and mistakes, you don't have to try so hard to be perfect. You can be more chill, honest, and sure of yourself, which makes people like you more. When you're real, people trust you, respect you, and feel close to you. People will like you for who you are, not for who you're trying to be. Next up, we'll talk about how important it is to really listen to people. It can help you get closer to them and become someone people want to be around. Chapter 14. Listening well. Make people feel heard. One of the easiest but best ways to get people to like you is to learn how to listen. Most people want to talk, but not many really listen. Marc Reklau says that listening well not only makes your relationships better, but it changes them completely. Listening is more than just being quiet. It's more than just waiting to talk or nodding as someone speaks. Real listening means being there fully, paying attention, and really caring about what they're saying and why listening matters so much. When you really listen, you make them feel important. You show that their thoughts and feelings matter. Reklau says that one of the biggest things people want is to be noticed, heard, and understood. When you do that for someone, you become special to them. You become someone they trust and like to be with. Listening makes connections stronger. It lets people open up and makes relationships better in a way that's hard to do otherwise. People usually don't remember exactly what you said, but they remember how you made them feel. Listening makes people feel respected, valued, and safe. How to practice active listening. Reklau talks about active listening. This means listening to really understand, not just to reply. Here are some steps to get good at it. Keep eye contact. This tells the other person you are there with them. Don't get distracted. Put your phone down, close your computer, and pay full attention. Use your body. Nod sometimes. Lean in a little. Show you are interested. Don't cut in. Let the person finish what they are saying before you talk. Think and check. Say back what they said in your own words to make sure you get it right. For example, so you're saying, these easy things make a big difference. They change normal talks into talks that are deep and stay with you. Avoiding the me too trap. A common mistake is to quickly change the talk to be about yourself. For example, if someone tells you about a problem, we might say, yeah, that happened to me too, and then start talking about what happened to us. While we might want to connect with them, Reklau says that this can make people feel like you're not really listening. Instead, stay focused on their story for a bit longer. Ask them more questions about it. Show them you care. Give them your full attention before you start talking about yourself. Be interested in what they have to say and don't judge them. When you're listening, it's important to keep an open mind. People will sometimes say things you don't agree with or share feelings that you don't really get. Reklau suggests trying to be curious instead of judging them. Ask yourself, why do they feel this way? Or what might they be going through? When you're curious about people, they feel safer talking to you. This makes them feel like they can say what they really think, and it makes your relationship stronger. You don't have to agree with everything, but showing that you care enough to understand them is really important. Ask good questions. People who listen well also ask smart questions. Not nosy ones, but questions that help the other person share more. Reklau says to use questions like, what was it like for you? How did it make you feel? What did you do next? These questions show you really care. They help the other person talk about their feelings, and that kind of connection makes you special. Listening helps you lead. If you want to lead people, whether with friends, at work, or as a leader, listening is a great tool. When people feel heard, they trust you more. And when they trust you, they are more open to your ideas, your advice, and your leadership. Reklau says that people will follow someone who listens to them more than someone who just talks all the time. Listening is not just sitting still. It's a way to lead quietly. It makes room for working together, respecting each other, and leading well. Be the one who listens. Most times when people talk, they think about themselves. They want to speak, let out their feelings, and have others hear them. So when someone really listens, it feels good. That person is special. People like to be around them. Reklau wants you to be that person. Try to listen without saying if someone is right or wrong, without getting distracted, and without needing to talk yourself. Be the one who makes others feel noticed and heard. Because in the end, the people who really listen and give others their full attention are the ones who are remembered, respected, and loved. In the next part, we'll talk about how your body moves and what it says. Sometimes, what you don't say can be stronger than words when you want to connect with others and be liked. Conclusion. Be the person everyone wants to be near. Chapter 1. The Art of Presence, Being Where You Are. The power of now. To be charismatic, you must master the art of presence. This means being fully engaged in the present moment, giving your undivided attention to the person you're with and truly listening to what they have to say. In a world filled with distractions, the ability to be present is a superpower that can transform your relationships, deepen your connections, and make you more magnetic. Think about the last time you had a conversation with someone who was truly present. How did it make you feel? Chances are you felt seen, heard, and valued. You felt like you were the only person in the world at that moment. That's the power of presence. But in today's fast-paced world, presence is a rare commodity. We're constantly bombarded with notifications, emails, and social media updates, all vying for our attention. It's easy to get caught up in our own thoughts and anxieties, to mentally check out of conversations, and to miss the subtle cues that can make all the difference in building rapport and connection. So how do you cultivate presence? Here are a few tips. Put away your phone. This is the most obvious, but also the most important. When you're with someone, give them your undivided attention. Turn off your phone, or at least put it on silent and out of sight. Make eye contact. Eye contact is a powerful way to show that you're engaged and interested. Look the person in the eye as they're speaking, and hold their gaze for a few seconds at a time. Listen actively. Active listening means paying attention not only to the words the person is saying, but also to their body language, tone of voice, and emotional state. Ask clarifying questions, summarize what they've said, and show that you're truly trying to understand their perspective. Be mindful of your own thoughts and feelings. It's natural to have thoughts and feelings arise during a conversation, but try not to let them distract you. If you find yourself getting caught up in your own head, gently bring your attention back to the present moment. Practice gratitude. Taking a moment to appreciate the person you're with can help you feel more connected and present. Before you start a conversation, take a deep breath and think about something you appreciate about the other person. Presence is a skill that takes practice, but it's well worth the effort. By learning to be fully present in your interactions, you'll not only become more charismatic, but you'll also deepen your relationships, improve your communication, and experience a greater sense of connection and fulfillment. The art of active listening. One of the most important aspects of presence is active listening. Active listening is more than just hearing the words someone is saying. It's about fully engaging with the speaker, understanding their perspective, and responding in a way that shows you're truly listening. Many people think they're good listeners, but in reality, they're often just waiting for their turn to talk. They're formulating their response in their head, interrupting the speaker, or changing the subject to something they're more interested in. This is not active listening. Active listening requires a different approach. It means putting aside your own thoughts and feelings, focusing all your attention on the speaker, and trying to understand their message from their point of view. Here are some techniques for active listening. Pay attention. Give the speaker your undivided attention. Make eye contact, nod your head, and use other nonverbal cues to show that you're engaged. Hold judgment. Resist the urge to interrupt, criticize, or offer unsolicited advice. Just listen and try to understand. Reflect. Summarize what the speaker has said to make sure you understand it correctly. You can say things like, "So what you're saying is," or "If I understand you correctly." Clarify. Ask questions to clarify anything you're unsure about. This shows that you're interested in understanding the speaker's perspective. Empathize. Try to understand the speaker's feelings and emotions. You can say things like, "That sounds frustrating," or "I can see why you're upset." Share. Once the speaker has finished talking, share your own thoughts and feelings in a way that's respectful and supportive. Active listening is a skill that can be learned and improved with practice. The more you practice, the better you'll become at understanding others, building rapport, and creating meaningful connections. The power of empathy. Empathy is the ability to understand and share the feelings of another person. It's about putting yourself in someone else's shoes and seeing the world from their perspective. Empathy is a crucial component of charisma, as it allows you to connect with others on a deeper level, build trust, and create lasting relationships. When you're empathetic, you're able to understand not only what someone is saying, but also how they're feeling. You can sense their emotions, pick up on their nonverbal cues, and respond in a way that shows you care. Empathy is not the same as sympathy. Sympathy is feeling sorry for someone, while empathy is understanding and sharing their feelings. Sympathy can create distance between people, while empathy can create connection. Here are some ways to cultivate empathy. Listen actively. Pay attention to what people are saying, both verbally and non-verbally. Try to understand their perspective and their feelings. Ask questions. Ask people about their experiences and their feelings. Show that you're interested in understanding them. Imagine yourself in their situation. Try to imagine what it would be like to be in their shoes. How would you feel? What would you do? Read fiction. Reading fiction can help you develop empathy by exposing you to different perspectives and experiences. Practice compassion. Look for ways to help others, even in small ways. This can help you develop a greater sense of empathy and connection. Empathy is a skill that can be learned and developed over time. The more you practice empathy, the more charismatic you'll become. Overcoming distractions. In today's world, distractions are everywhere. From our phones to our computers to our own thoughts, it's easy to get sidetracked and lose focus on the present moment. This can be a major obstacle to presence, as it prevents us from fully engaging with the people around us. To overcome distractions, it's important to identify what distracts you most. Is it your phone? Your email? Your own thoughts? Once you know what your triggers are, you can take steps to minimize them. Here are some tips for overcoming distractions. Turn off notifications. Turn off notifications on your phone and computer. This will prevent you from being constantly interrupted by new messages and updates. Create a distraction-free zone. Find a quiet place where you can focus without being disturbed. This could be a room in your house, a library, or a coffee shop. Set boundaries. Let people know when you're not available to talk or be interrupted. This will help you protect your time and focus. Practice mindfulness. Mindfulness is the practice of paying attention to the present moment without judgment. This can help you become more aware of your thoughts and feelings and less likely to get carried away by distractions. Take breaks. When you're feeling overwhelmed or distracted, take a break. Get up and walk around, stretch, or do something else that helps you relax and refocus. Overcoming distractions is an ongoing process, but it's well worth the effort. By minimizing distractions, you'll be able to focus more fully on the present moment, connect more deeply with others, and become more charismatic. Cultivating inner stillness. Inner stillness is a state of calm and tranquility that comes from within. It's the ability to quiet your mind, relax your body, and connect with your inner self. Inner stillness is an essential component of presence, as it allows you to be fully present in the moment without being distracted by your thoughts and feelings. Cultivating inner stillness can be challenging, especially in today's fast-paced world. But with practice, it's possible to develop a sense of inner peace and calm that can help. You've learned the key ideas for becoming someone people like, trust, and want to be around. This isn't about acting like someone else. It's about making the most of who you are. Marc Reklau says that connecting with others isn't hard to understand. It's a skill you can learn. Like any skill, you can get better with practice. Whether you're listening closely, saying thank you, being yourself, or understanding how others feel, each part of this book helps you change your relationships and how people see you. But here's what's really important. Becoming someone people like isn't just about other people. It's about you. It's about how you act, how you treat yourself, how you talk to others, and most of all, how you choose to live with purpose and kindness every day. You don't have to change who you are. You don't have to be the most talkative person. Just show people that you notice them, listen to them, and care about them. When you do these things, something great happens. People start to feel good when they are with you. They talk more freely. They believe in you. And you make better, stronger, and more real friendships. So go ahead with trust, talk in a friendly way, listen carefully, be a good leader, and remember that the more you connect with others, the more they will connect with you. You already have what it takes to be someone others like to be around. Now it's time to do it. 1. Introduction 1. Introduction. Welcome to the realm of magnetic leadership, where influence transcends authority and connection ignites action. In today's dynamic and interconnected world, the ability to captivate, inspire, and motivate others is no longer a luxury, but a necessity. Whether you're a seasoned executive, an aspiring entrepreneur, or simply seeking to enhance your interpersonal skills, the principles of magnetic leadership offer a transformative pathway to unlocking your full potential and achieving extraordinary results. Welcome to the world of being a leader that people are drawn to, where you can affect others without just telling them what to do, and where connecting with people makes things happen. In today's fast-moving and connected world, being able to grab attention, get people excited, and push them to do their best isn't just a nice thing to have, it's a must. Whether you've been a boss for years, want to start your own business, or just want to get better at dealing with people, the ideas behind being a leader that people are drawn to can change you and help you reach your goals. This book is not just another collection of leadership theories and abstract concepts. It's a practical, hands-on guide that delves into the core principles and actionable strategies that define magnetic leaders. Drawing upon decades of research, real-world examples, and personal experiences, we'll explore the key traits, behaviors, and mindsets that enable these exceptional individuals to attract, engage, and empower those around them. This book isn't just a bunch of ideas about leadership that are hard to understand. It's a helpful guide that gets into the important ideas and real steps that make a leader someone people want to follow. Using many years of study, stories from real life, and what I've learned myself, we'll look at the qualities, actions, and ways of thinking that help these special people bring others in, keep them interested, and give them the power to succeed. Why magnetic leadership matters. Why being a leader. People want to follow is important. In an era marked by constant change, relentless competition, and increasing complexity, organizations and individuals alike face unprecedented challenges. Traditional leadership models, often characterized by hierarchical structures, top-down decision-making, and transactional relationships, are proving inadequate to meet the demands of today's rapidly evolving landscape. In a time when things are always changing, there's a lot of competition, and things are getting more confusing. Groups and people are facing big problems. Old ways of leading, where the boss is at the top, decisions are made from above, and it's all about getting things done, aren't good enough anymore for today's fast-moving world. Magnetic leadership offers a compelling alternative, a leadership paradigm that prioritizes connection, collaboration, and co-creation. Magnetic leaders understand that true influence stems not from authority or control, but from the ability to inspire trust, foster psychological safety, and create a shared sense of purpose. They recognize that people are not merely resources to be managed, but valuable partners to be engaged, empowered, and developed. Being a leader that people want to follow offers a better way, a way of leading that focuses on connecting with people, working together, and creating things as a team. These leaders know that real influence comes not from being in charge, but from being trusted, making people feel safe, and creating a shared goal. They know that people aren't just tools to be used, but important partners to be involved, given power, and help to grow. By cultivating a culture of authenticity, empathy, and vulnerability, magnetic leaders forge deep, meaningful relationships that transcend the boundaries of hierarchy and position. They create environments where individuals feel valued, respected, and empowered to contribute their best selves. In turn, this fosters greater innovation, creativity, and resilience, enabling organizations to thrive in the face of adversity and achieve sustainable success. By creating a culture of being real, understanding, and open, these leaders build strong, important relationships that go beyond who's in charge. They create places where people feel valued, respected, and able to be themselves. This leads to more new ideas, creativity, and strength, helping groups do well even when things are tough and succeed for a long time. The essence of magnetic leadership. What makes a leader? Someone people want to follow. At its core, magnetic leadership is about becoming the kind of person that others are naturally drawn to, someone who exudes charisma, inspires confidence, and ignites passion. It's about cultivating a presence that commands attention, a voice that resonates with authenticity, and a vision that captivates the imagination. At its heart, being a leader that people want to follow is about becoming the kind of person that others naturally like to be around, someone who is charming, makes people feel sure of themselves, and gets them excited. It's about having a way about you that gets people's attention, speaking in a way that sounds real, and having a vision that grabs people's minds. But magnetic leadership is not merely about projecting an image of perfection or possessing a larger-than-life personality. It's about embodying a set of core values and principles that guide your actions, shape your decisions, and define your character. It's about leading with integrity, humility, and a genuine commitment to serving the greater good. But being a leader that people want to follow isn't just about looking perfect or having a big personality. It's about living by a set of important values and ideas that guide what you do, shape your choices, and show who you are. It's about leading in a way that's honest, humble, and truly focused on helping others. Magnetic leaders understand that true influence is earned, not bestowed. They recognize that people are more likely to follow those who demonstrate competence, compassion, and courage. They lead by example, setting high standards for themselves and inspiring others to rise to their full potential. These leaders know that real influence is something you earn, not something you're given. They know that people are more likely to follow those who show they're good at what they do, care about others, and are brave. They lead by doing, setting a good example for themselves and pushing others to be their best. The journey ahead, what's coming up. In the following chapters, we'll embark on a journey of discovery, exploring the key principles and practices that underpin magnetic leadership. We'll delve into the art of building rapport, mastering communication, cultivating empathy, and inspiring action. We'll examine the role of emotional intelligence, self-awareness, and personal growth in shaping your leadership capabilities. In the chapters ahead, we'll go on a journey to discover the important ideas and steps that make up being a leader that people want to follow. We'll look at how to build good relationships, become a great communicator, understand others' feelings, and get people to take action. We'll also see how understanding your own emotions, being aware of yourself, and growing as a person can help you become a better leader. Whether you're a seasoned leader seeking to refine your skills or an emerging leader eager to make your mark, this book will provide you with the insights, tools, and strategies you need to unlock your magnetic potential and become the kind of leader that others are naturally drawn to. Whether you're a leader who wants to get better or someone who's just starting out and wants to make a difference, this book will give you the knowledge, tools, and plans you need to unlock your potential to be someone others are drawn to and become the kind of leader that people naturally want to follow. So, let's begin this transformative journey together and discover the secrets to becoming a magnetic leader who inspires, empowers, and leaves a lasting impact on the world. So, let's start this journey of change together and find out the secrets to becoming a leader that people are drawn to, who inspires and empowers others and leaves a lasting mark on the world. 2. Understanding the core principles of magnetic leadership. Understanding the core principles of magnetic leadership. Magnetic leadership is not a mere set of techniques or strategies. It is a philosophy rooted in deep understanding of human psychology, motivation, and behavior. To truly embody the principles of magnetic leadership, it's essential to grasp the fundamental concepts that underpin this approach. In this chapter, we'll explore the core principles that serve as the foundation for magnetic leadership, providing you with a solid framework for developing your own unique style. Being a leader that people want to follow isn't just about using certain tricks or plans. It's a way of thinking based on really understanding how people think, what gets them going, and how they act. To truly be this kind of leader, it's important to understand the basic ideas that support this way of leading. In this chapter, we'll look at the main ideas that form the base of being a leader that people are drawn to, giving you a strong way to create your own style. Principle 1. Authenticity and integrity. Principle.